So recently we got the chance to actually play Mortal Kombat 1. I personally didn't get to play it because I don't even own a PS5 yet, but from what I've heard, the gameplay is actually really good, it just seems a bit slow. But that's not what this video is about. Obviously, we finally got to see how the Kameo fighters will work, we got to see how it'll feel. Obviously, we saw them in the gameplay breakdown, and I was right about what I was talking about, where they work similar to assists in Mortal Kombat 11, which I'm not going to get into because 1, that's not what this video is about again, but 2, I've already talked about that, and if you want to check that video out, go watch it. Today's video will be about the characters I think could potentially be Kameo fighters in Mortal Kombat 1. Before we get started, I want to give a shout out to the Crimson for suggesting this video. Thank you so much for the great video idea. If you enjoy this video, go check out some of my other videos and join my Discord. A link to it will be down in the description below. With all that out of the way, let's get into the video. Smoke. I really hope I'm wrong in saying that Smoke is a Kameo fighter. If you've watched my videos for a while, you'd know that Smoke is tied for my favorite character with Noob. And I have a bad feeling that Smoke will be a Kameo fighter and not just on the regular roster. This is because, well, NetherRealm seems to just continually shaft Smoke in every appearance he's been in during the NetherRealm era. He was killed in Mortal Kombat 9, a Revenant in Mortal Kombat X with like one line of dialogue. I don't even think he showed up in the Mortal Kombat X comics, I might be wrong about that, but I don't think he did. And he didn't even get to show up in Mortal Kombat 11. I just have this feeling that NetherRealm don't like Smoke despite him being a fan favorite character for years. I feel like NetherRealm will say something like, oh, you guys have been asking for Smoke to come back after all these years. Well, he's in the game, but he's not playable normally, he's just a Kameo fighter. That'll be their excuse, oh, he's in the game, but he's just a Kameo fighter. I'm really expecting Smoke to be a Kameo fighter this time around, and while I'm praying for it not to be true, because I love Smoke, he's my favorite character in all of Mortal Kombat, it's crazy how he's been a fan favorite character for so many years, and NetherRealm just refused to bring him back despite the fan demand for him. Like, you'd think he was a 3D era character the way he gets treated. He might as well have been introduced in Deadly Alliance. The Cyborgs. Now, I am of the opinion that you can't have a Mortal Kombat roster in a Mortal Kombat game without at least one cyborg. Now, when I say the cyborgs in this video, obviously I'm referring to mainly Sector and Cyrax, and I mean both of them in this. I think one of them will be playable normally, and the other will be a Kameo fighter. Now, I don't know which will be the playable one and which will be the Kameo, but if I was a betting man, I would bet on Cyrax being playable and Sector being the Kameo fighter. I think Cyrax is too much of a popular character compared to Sector to be a Kameo fighter. He's definitely the most popular out of the two, and definitely NetherRealm's favorite of the Cyborgs, which is why he has a better showing than Sector in Mortal Kombat 11's story. As much as I love Sector, he is my favorite cyborg and one of my favorite characters in all of Mortal Kombat. I guarantee you, quote me on this, Sector will be a Kameo fighter in Mortal Kombat 1, quote me on that. Sector will 100% be in this game somehow, and probably as a Kameo fighter, there's not a doubt in my head. I don't think Sector is popular enough to be a normal playable character in this game, which is why characters like Striker, who aren't popular enough to be playable normally, are Kameo fighters. So I think that Cyrax will be a playable character and Sector will be a Kameo fighter. As for the other cyborgs, Cyber Smoke might show up, but probably just as an alternate skin for Human Smoke, and it'll work similar to how the human skins for Sector and Cyrax do in Mortal Kombat 9. I don't think Triborg will ever come back in any game ever because his gameplay and his whole character was very much tied to how Mortal Kombat X's gameplay worked with the variation system, and the only way I think Triborg comes back without also bringing back the variation system is if they made him like Chameleon or like Shang Tsung with all the ninja moves in Mortal Kombat 11, so he's just Triborg with all the Cyborg's moves. Cyber Sub-Zero will never come back either, which is unfortunate. I feel like they should have kept going with Cyber Sub-Zero for longer, but they obviously didn't do that. At best, Cyber Sub-Zero will come back as an alternate skin to normal Sub-Zero and work how the alternate human skins worked in Mortal Kombat 9 for Sector and Cyrax. Jade. Now you guys might be thinking, how the hell would Jade just be a Kameo fighter? She's way too popular, she's gonna be on the playable roster. And to that I say, is she really as popular as you guys say she is? Like, turn off Twitter, forget what they say, forget about the Edenian stance. is Jade really as popular as people say? And this isn't like a hate thing against Jade fans, I'm genuinely asking. Now, Jade in Mortal Kombat 11, in my opinion, was a pretty dull and boring character, and that's really all she has been in a NetherRealm timeline. At least in Mortal Kombat 9, she had the mysterious woman in her ending, but we all know that went nowhere, unfortunately. And in Mortal Kombat 11, yeah, she has the Kotal Khan thing, but no one likes that because, I mean, that just doesn't make sense, and it came out of complete nowhere. Jade's a very boring character in Mortal Kombat 11, and I don't know what they could do to make her more interesting as a character. I see her as a cameo fighter because we already have Kitana and Melina. I don't think Jade's popular enough compared to them two characters to be a regular playable character alongside them. And if she does become playable, she'll just be the same Jade we've always seen gameplay-wise. I feel bad for the Jade fans story-wise because she's been very boring lately. On the gameplay side, I hate you because all you do is run away and throw projectiles and spam uppercuts and you're safe on everything, but yeah. I love Jade, okay? She used to be my favorite female character, but I can really only see her as a cameo fighter in this game. Hotaru. Now I can see Hotaru coming back as a cameo for two reasons. One, to give better 3D era representation that isn't Kenshi or Quan Chi, and two, to bring more attention to the Order Realm. Now Hotaru is a character that is very, I feel, neutral in the community. And what I mean by that is no one hates him, but at the same time, no one really likes him, you know what I mean? He's just kind of there. Now, you might be asking, why would anyone want Hotaru as a cameo fighter? To that, I say the 2 points I talked about earlier. The only 3D era representation we ever get is Quan Chi and Kenshi, and sometimes Tanya. I think one of the 3D era characters that will be playable is Havoc, but cameo fighters will have a lot more 3D era characters. And one of them I think will be Hotaru as a way to give representation to the 3D era, obviously, and also deception aside from Havoc. Now, the Order Realm has a lot of story potential with the Civil War going on there with Darius, and you could bring him back also, but he could only be in cutscenes and fightable in the story mode. Both the Order Realm and the Chaos Realm are the most underutilized realms in all of Mortal Kombat history, and we should give them more attention this time around by having Havoc and Hotaru. Havoc would be a playable character because everyone wants to see him back. Everyone loves Havoc, but Hotaru will only be a cameo fighter because of what I said earlier. He doesn't have enough fans to be a normal playable character, but isn't hated enough to not be in the game at all. And so that's about it. Tell me what you guys think about what I've talked about in this video down in the comments below. And if there's a character that you think will be a cameo fighter in Mortal Kombat 1, let me know down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to go check out some of my other videos. If there's anything you want to see me cover in a video, let me know down in the comments below, and if I make a video about it, I'll give you a shout out. Go join my Discord as well, and thank you all so much for watching this video, and I will talk to you all later. Thank you.